This video has been made possible by Rebusfarm, the professional render service. Hey guys, it's tutorial time again. So, what are we going to do today? Well, we're going to create a Ethiopian Shotel. It's a blade sword type weapon. It's curved and it's been made famous in games like, for example, Dark Souls 3. So while I'm telling you this, up here you can see what you can do with one of these shuttles, and that said, let's jump in and start modeling. Okay, here we go. Okay guys, let's get started. We're going to start with our blade. So for that, we're going to take a polygon cube. We're going to hit R. We're going to scale that out until we're happy with the length. We're going to squash that in like so, and probably do a bit more than that. Alright, looks good. Then we're going to go into insert edge loop option box, make sure we've got single setting going on there, and then we're going to add an edge loop somewhere around there. Hit Q on our keyboard. We're going to go in, have to zoom in, 4 for wireframe mode, right click on the vertex, drag select these two, and bring them together to get a nice sharp edge, and maybe even hit W and kind of pull that out a little bit. Okay, so R to scale it in some more. There we go. So that's that. And then what we want is to have a kind of path here. So what we're going to do there is we're going to go into insert edge loop again. This time we're going to go to multiple and set it to 2. And we'll do 2 right there, which is through and through, which is good. We're going to hit Q on our keyboard. And what we're going to do is we're going to right click and get a face and select these faces and these faces. And let's see, do we need the others as well? Just thinking. I don't think so. Okay. Control E to extrude. Let's do 0.1, which is a bit much. 0.02, which is better, much better. Okay, which gives that layer effect, which is good. We just need to tweak this to make this look a little bit more sharp once again. So we're gonna right click at a vertex and we're gonna hit R and push them together. But we're also going to go in and drag select these 2 vertices, hit W and push them out like so. And we will have some n-gons here that we need to fix, but that's alright. Okay, so we got that initial shape and that looks good as well. So now what we need to do is add subdivisions in this direction. Okay. So once again, we're going to go to this guy. Let's see, we'll do, hang on, that's not the one I want. Let's see, insert edge loop, option box, multiple, and we'll do 3. And then we'll just start here, 3, and then we'll do 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, and 3 here. And just to be absolutely sure, I'm going to go into my top view and I'm going to add 3 in every section. Okay. We're going to Q on our keyboard. Now what we need to do is we need to shape the blade before we curve it. One end is thinner, as you know, so let's do that first. Okay, just hang on. So let's keep in mind where our sharp end is. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to start to manually manipulate that. So let's do that from this view. I'll hit 4 for wireframe mode. Let's say that this is the end of our weapon. I'm going to go to vertex, drag select, and I'm going to hit R, and I'm just going to start to push that in. So that's kind of where my point will be, and I need to decide how far I want that to go in. Okay, so I'm going to start somewhere around here. So there, I'm going to slowly start to bring that in and work towards the endpoint that I just defined. We're just going to keep on going. And we'll have to tweak that. That's okay. I'm just trying to get a good starting point. Okay, so let's bring that in some more. That looks okay. That one needs to come out a little bit. And this is supposed to be a hand-forged weapon, so don't make it too clean. Okay, just want to make sure we don't have any issues here. That's our blade end. Okay, let's see. We're gonna get our vertex, drag select those. I'll have to tweak that a little bit. So I'm gonna push that down a bit. Yeah, I think that will look fine. All right, now for the interesting bit, we need to curve this guy. So we're gonna right click at object mode. We're gonna go to deform, nonlinear, and bend. Then we're gonna hit E to rotate our bend handle. We're going to bring that down, and we're going to go into our attribute editor by hitting Control A, and let's find out which way it's bending. Okay, so we're going to tweak the curvature. That's actually not bad. And from here we need to have a look and see. Okay, so that's our sharp end. That's fine. That curve, just going to quickly pull up our reference so I can see how far that curve should be. Hang on. Okay, this may be a bit much, so let's bring that back a little, maybe something like so. And let's see if we need to tweak our high and low bound. Okay, we definitely want that top part to be fully bended. For the high bound value, we're going to bring that back just a little. And that's perfect for what we need. So that looks okay. So we're going to leave it at that. We're going to select this, go to Edit, Delete by Type, and History. So we can now go to Windows and Outliner and get rid of that curve if it's not already gone. Yeah, I think it's already gone. Okay. Okay, and then what we need to do is we need to make sure that this handle here comes out straight. Okay, and preferably pretty much aligned with the tip of our knife, sword, sorry. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and let's tweak this a little. So we're going to go to Edges. Let's see what the best way is to do that. Okay, I'm going to hit W and I'm going to start to, oh, I don't have everything, sorry. And I'm just going to hit B to be sure. So I got my soft select on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to rotate this somewhat. And hit W and move that. And rotate that some more. And ultimately I want to get to this shape. Let's see how that works out for us. We can actually hit W and move it a little bit down this line here. Looks pretty good. Okay, maybe we need to slightly tweak it up here. So I'm gonna double click on that edge, double click on that one. Doesn't look too bad. Okay, so let's see. Looks like we got one edge, that's this one, that's kind of messing up things. So I'm going to turn B off. And there we go. All right. So now that we have that, what we're going to do is we are going to add some edge loops. Option box, and let's do single setting, and we'll go in, we'll add one right here to hold that shape. I'm going to add, this should be good, but I'll add one here and there, and this should be good as well. So hit Q on a keyboard, right click object mode, hit 3 to preview smooth. Just have a look. Seems to be okay. So that's good. So we're going to hit 1 to go back, and we're going to go to mesh and smooth to actually smooth. And subdivision 1 is fine. And now let's deal with the handle. Okay, so for that, it's a kind of odd shaped thing. We're going to take a polygon cylinder. We're going to hit W, we're going to pull that out. Let's go into our attribute editor and set the caps to 0, and we'll fix the n-gons in a sec. Hit E to rotate, hold on J to pull it down to 90 degrees. And then from our top view, let's align it. So let's bring it over. F to zoom in. This is let's scale it down first so we can see if we are aligned or not. Looks like we are. So we're going to bring that up to about there. W to bring that in, like so. And let's see, lengthwise, we're going to right click on our vertex, drag select. Bring that over to about there. Yep. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go once again to insert edge loop, and we'll do one here, and then we'll do one over here to start with. Okay, hit Q on a keyboard, right click on a face, drag select these faces, hit R to scale that up to about there. Let's push them in a bit, and then we're going to go to insert edge loop again, and we'll do one there, and hit R and start to bring that in. G to repeat, one there, start to bring that in, and G to repeat, one there, and once again R to bring that in, maybe a little bit like so. And then here we're going to go, actually we're not going to go, we're going to go to G again. And we're going to scale that in. G to repeat. R to scale in. That's pretty close. Okay, we're going to hit Q on a keyboard. We need to smooth this guy and maybe change the overall dimension slightly. Yeah, we're going to right click, go to vertex. Let's scale this whole thing down a bit. It's a bit overboard. All right. So we're gonna right click, go to object mode. We're gonna hit 3 to preview smooth. That looks kind of cool. And apparently with these weapons, the handles are not always symmetrical. Okay, so what I'm going to do to start with is go in, right click face, Control E to extrude, or to scale in to kind of hold that shape up there. Right click, go to object mode, come on, yep. Hit 3, looks alright. Let's fix this end as well. Right click face, Control E, or to scale in. Let's go to object mode, let's go to mesh and smooth, and let's do subdivision level 2. Okay, so that looks pretty cool, and I think we are done with our weapon. Okay guys, well our model looks okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to UV this guy, which is pretty straightforward, so I assume you guys know how to do that. And then we're going to go into Substance Painter to give this some nice textures. Okay, so I'll see you there in a bit. Hang on. Right guys, we're in Substance Painter. Let's create a new file. So File and New, and we're going to go and leave this at PBR Metal Rough. We're going to hit Select, and let's see where we put our shuttle. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Right here, and hit open. We're going to leave this at DirectX. We're going to leave this at 1K size, and we're just going to hit OK. Let's see if it comes in all right, and it looks like it did. Okay, and you can see these slight bumps in the blade, which is perfect because that's exactly what I wanted. It's not supposed to look too clean. Okay. All right, so we've got 2 materials set up here. We need to bake our default maps first. So we're going to go to View, Reset UI, and then we're going to hit Bake Textures. And I'm just going to leave everything as is. I'm going to bake all the textures, which will give some errors because we don't have all the information, but that's fine. Don't worry about that. And let's give it a sec. Okay, all done. Let's go back to our shelf. I'm going to jump to my viewer settings, and let's see, I want the environment to be visible, and I don't want it to be blurry. So this way, yeah. So we got a good view of what's going on. Okay, so now we need to decide on the materials that we want to use. So I'm just gonna let's see, we'll start with the blade. I'm going to go to my smart materials, and let's see what kind of steel we have here. Let's see, dark steel, medieval. Let's see, that's quite dark. This is rusty, scratched, which is maybe nice. Let's see, what's this? Yeah, we'll try this one. Let's bring that in. Let's give it a sec, and that will give us this effect, which looks very nice on a blade. I like that a lot. Okay, cool. Then we're going to go into our wood, and let's see, we'll try a smart material. Let's see what we got here. Walnut wood, not too sure about that, but maybe we can tweak it a bit, make sure we're on the right layer. Let's give that a try. And our model is quite large, so let's turn on our blade again. Okay, so this is the wood. Now, I'm not too crazy about it, so let's see if we can tweak it a little bit. Let's see, the wood fibers. Make it a little bit more rough to start with. But for the most part, I'm not believing it. So let's try something else. We'll get rid of that. Let's go to our regular materials. Let's try wood there. and American wood, which is very typical for an Ethiopian shuttle, but let's see if we can tweak this. I'm going to make that very dark because I think that's appropriate. Let's see what else we can do here. Let's see, the fibers, let's bring that up just slightly. Maybe we can rotate the UV a little bit. And I'm just looking at what direction looks best. This is kind of cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay, so what else? The roughness, we looked at that. That's too rough. Just want a little bit of shine on it. Let's see, layers. That's nice. Okay, we're going to go with that. I like it. So let's see, we need to set something up so we got a decent render of this. And I'm just looking to see whether we need to do that with or without our setup here. So let's see what looks best. Nope, we can't do that. Let's see. No, I kind of like it this way. This is always something very difficult to get into a nice shot here, but we'll try it anyway. I mainly want to show the blade. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So we're going to go to mode and let's go to our rendering mode. And let's see, we'll increase the number of samples. It's starting to render now. Let's see, and for the most part I'm happy with how it's set up. Okay, so we'll give this a sec and I'll see you guys when it's done. Hi guys, well that's our final render for our Ethiopian shuttle. Hopefully it was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, let me know as always. And that said, thank you guys for watching and see you guys next time. Bye.